ठीक है लेकिन है तो मेरे को अभी होना चाहिए भाई लड़की पे ईगो से हाँ ईगो से
कितना हुआ कुछ भी तो तेरा कंटिन्यू हो गया तो तरीके से राइट तो अभी मैम का इंग्लिश का क्या करेगा इंग्लिश नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है मैं भी गई थी ये तू उसके साथ बैठ ना देवांशी के साथ बेचारी अकेली बैठती है और देखो मैच में कम मार्क्स आया सबके नाम
अभी तो चालू हुआ अब इसके नाम में फॉर्म बोलेंगे
अरे अभी से
बिल्कुल डाउन नहीं चाहिए ना मेरा हिंदी में कम आते हैं स्कूल में पता लगा जाता है तो सिंपली एफिट आया ना तो खुद आया ये नहीं मैं को कोई बार मैसेज आया सेम और देखो कोई बात मैंने लास्ट बात ये भाई नहीं कर रहा है
उससे देख लो
मेरे को से बोला
मेरे को से फर्क नहीं पड़ता बट उसमें नाम तो
वही तो
मैंने ब्रॉडकास्ट वो देख मैंने ब्रॉडकास्ट सीजन 9 के बाद छोड़
मैं तो उसको झापड़ मारूंगा
नहीं
मार दिया
मुरारी का प्रश्न बोलूंगा लेकिन जैसे स्कूल में नहीं
37
वो कूल नहीं बन गया
सीजन 37 चल रहा है
हां
वो कूल नहीं बन गया
क्या
वो इरिटेटिंग बन गया आपको
इधर पेशेंस इतना दिखता नहीं है तो
आज बात कर रहा हूं उससे उसके बाद
मेरे को आई ना
मेरे को तो बोल ही हो गया
मेरे को 1 मिनट पर मैं तेरे को दिखा सकती हूं पर वो क्या बोल रहा था आप मेरे पे क्या बोल रहे
अरे हम बात तो दूसरे कॉन्टेक्स्ट से बोल रहे
अरे सुष्मिता ने बोला कि मेरे को सब कुछ पता है ऐसे ही बोला
मैं क्या बोली
मैंने बोला कि स्टूडेंट्स का दिया है और सब बोला
मैंने उसको छाप देख वो कैसे देख रहा है
अगर तू नहीं मारी ना ऐसे पास से नहीं पास
अरे मेरे को पता नहीं था तुम लोग क्लास में नहीं हो मैं तो नहीं पता तुम लोग क्या पढ़ा सकते हैं
बोल रही है
बट
टीचर को
मारने के बाद में बोला तो उसने
मैं उससे मेरे को नहीं बोला
रिया तो
फुल ऑफ पास क्या
और उस टाइम से वो कहना
तूने क्या किया
भाई जो दिन से मारने आरोप आज चढ़ रहा है हमारे क्लास में भी क्या
पता है मेरे को पता है
नहीं
आज के चर्चा में ऑफिस में
आज के चैट लेकिन उसमें ऑल राइट बोला उसने
चार चार
हां आरएन ने बस ऑल राइट बोला
उसका प्लॉट है
ये क्या है
बड़ा ऐसे
रैट रैट
Now I'll have to change your places now if you keep talking. Right answers.
see I don't
okay great let's discuss
I'll tell what was
Okay. Give the first answer.
Yes.
Where did the king sit? What was going on? Actually, we discussed this already. Where did the king sit? Okay, sat above the arena, above the court in the arena. And what was going on? Okay, so how will you frame the answer? Have you written the answer? Have you all written the answers?
The king was sitting in the arena above the court. The lions were fighting in the court, and all the people were having fun out there.
Other people.
I mean, one question fight was going on. Simple. Right? Simple.
I mean, one question, like the first one only, there are two subparts, right? So, do we write the first subpart's answer in one line, then leave a line and then write the second? Or we didn't written?
Yes.
Apparently, very random was leave it.
Leave a line and write.
For the second part of the question. School like is there anything like that?
There is no such rule for that. Any such rule that you will get extra marks if you
Extra
write
marks people
presentation say
You have to rewrite the mark cards.
not required.
cherry flows for equal
Cherry.
And mango shower ka like a
Hello, your hand is hurting?
No.
Right. He will be injured throughout the year.
I am almost a minor
All
fracture.
the courses despite the pain.
Like,
By greater
उसमें
efforts.
को minor fracture होता है उसको लिख रहा था मतलब इतना इसको तो
Total bad होता है.
Yeah.
Overcount without.
Hello, you now keep your mouth shut and write the answer, if possible. You can write the answers.
Am I writing the answer?
Yeah, last time also you're writing there.
आज टेस्ट कैसे लिखा तुमने
बहुत साल में क्या करती है?
हाथ से लिखा ना?
तुमने पैर से लिखा
अरे
था
नहीं वो मैं ऐसे लिख रहा था.
तो पैसे से अपने लिखा.
देखो how to say it
You have a test today in school of geography with this
How much did you write?
all the questions.
And if you're not writing, you're not giving any answer. You just sit there. Then you're not even talking. You finish writing, Bharat. Second one. For whom did the king sigh and why?
The king died for the count's wife because he found it.
No, we don't know whether it was his wife, so let's call her the beloved. Count's beloved.
Died for count's beloved because he found her attractive.
He was in awe looking at her beauty. He too admired her beauty. He was, he liked her too.
Best friend. So over here the line is in amongst them sat they count their lords with one for whom he sighed. With one means the
With
counselor.
one with whom he was sitting.
Means the love.
Yes. See, and amongst them, among the court, sat the Count de Lodge with one. He was sitting with one for whom he sat. Briefly describe the lion fight. Will you describe the lion fight?
The lion fight was ferocious. The lions roared and followed afterwards. They bit, they bled, and gave blows like bees, and this went to their homes. Okay.
Is there any need to give more description for
Questions.
yeah, acceptance?
Questions.
This comes for what? How many months? 2 months? Yes, not required. see, you have all three marks, right? So, briefly describe the lion's fight. Usually for 3 marks, you're supposed to write at least 5 lines. So, now this poem especially is very short, and the answers are also very short. So, you will add few more points, like briefly describe the lion's fight.
So, can you give the setting of the place it was in the arena, the things and how the court was sitting?
So here you will add that the lion, so the king had organized the lion fight. The court, he's not allowed to talk because he's not writing the answers.
Ma'am, I'm writing, I'm just, she wrote, the king sat inside the arena.
The king was sitting in the arena above the court, outside the arena actually. Arena is like the park. Yeah. So, since all these answers are for 3 marks, for most of the answers you will give a background. The background will be the setting. Basically, more or less same. So the king had organized the lion show, lion fight. The court and the nobles, the count, and their ladies were sitting and watching and enjoying the sport. Okay. It was a ferocious game, and then you write the game, lies of Panchika. Okay. So the same way, for whom did the king sigh and why? So again, he had organized the count and were sitting there. Amidst them, were sitting Day Lodge's beloved. He looked at her and he sighed. Why? Then you write that. So for these poems, for this poem especially, your setting would be same more or less for all the answers because the question is for 3 marks. Okay, but the main answer is only this 2 lines. So that one additional 1 or 2 lines will be your set. Okay, so you write that only for one answer, and remember that this should come as your additional sentence for all these 3 answers, all these answers. Then I don't want you to repeat the same thing again and again and again. Understood? Bharat, got it? See, all these questions are more or less, they come for 3 marks. So for 3 marks, you have to have 3 straight lines or at least 4 to 5 lines. अभी additional sentences लाओगे कहाँ से? So the setting is what you talk about. Okay. What is the setting, Bharat? The setting would be for every answer. The king Queen Francis had organized the lion fight. The court was present there. The count, the nobles and their beloved were enjoying the sport, and then write the answer. So don't write it for every level answer. That's what I said. Only for one or two, first one.
4 marks.
3 marks, no.
2, 3 marks and 1 4
marks. Yeah. So for that also you will add those sentences. This is briefly describe the line. What did the air carry afar?
The air carried afar the bloody foe.
The bloody foe of lions.
From the jaws.
Okay. Bloody foe of the lions. And what did it reveal?
It revealing other lions were having a ferocious fight and everything.
Yes, that they were having a ferocious fight and that they were injured. struck Day Lodge's beloved? How did she put it into practice?
The idea of testing Day Lodge's love towards her struck Day Lodge's beloved.
What idea struck Day Lodge's beloved?
Test.
Okay, to test.
To test her. To test his love for her. Towards her.
Okay, she thought of testing, proving
Yes.
her his love. She thought of testing his love towards her, and for that she decided to
Throw in the glove. Throw
Set
or
on
drop.
Drop.
To drop the pair of gloves into the pit where the lines of
so you
fighting.
can say that she
Drop
thought of setting a task for him. So an idea, what idea? An idea of setting a task for the Count or Day Lodge to prove his love for her. And then she
Wants to prove his love. Sorry.
so uh, so you can say that an idea struck to test his love. Test his love. For that, she decided to set a task for Day Lodge to prove his love for her. Then
Ask the code. Count, right?
count,
Yes.
and ask the Count to get it back for her.
Ma'am, did she actually ask him to get the glove?
Yes, she looked at him and smiled and smiled. That was the way of asking that.
That smile meant he
Yeah,
get it back.
yeah. Oops, I dropped it. Now get it back for me. What was Day Lodge's reaction when he came back?
He lost all pity and love for his beloved. Then he threw the glove for which he risked his life directly at the face of the beloved.
Okay. So he was angry.
Ah,
He was angry and he threw the glove on her face.
After he had retrieved the glove,
then he Sign together of the plan.
Does it say he sighed? No, he was angry after that. So now again, if this question comes for 3 marks, you tell this first. That she had set a difficult task of, she dropped her glove in the Lions arena where the lions were fighting, and then she asked him to get it. She had set this task in order to test his love. He jumped and came back quickly, but he was very angry and he threw the glove on her face. Okay, so the answer would be a combination of question 5 and 6.
Can we say that he was impressed at the start or at the end after getting it passed? He was not
See, this
impressed.
was ego. He was not jealous. In front of everyone, she challenged him. She challenged him. So it came on, it was his ego. So he had to prove that he is. Yes. So he jumped and came back to prove that he is
Maybe it
capable.
was his ego after throwing it at her face.
And then it was the realization that this is not love. This is vanity. How can she push me in the arena where the ferocious lions were fighting? So it was that anger that this is not love. If you love someone, you won't put that person in danger just to prove that they are brave or just to prove their love. No one but vanity sets love a task like that. Who spoke?
King Francis.
King Francis.
To the entire crowd or to himself or
To the entire crowd. He was happy. See, the whole he first sighed when he saw her. That means he admired her for her beauty. And maybe in the end, the whole reaction changed. He stood there and told everyone that, oh, this is the right thing. This was an insult for the woman also that she threw it on her, threw the glove on her face. So he said, good, well done. It's not love, but vanity sets love a task like that. What did he want to say? What have you written?
Ma'am, she wrote that counting also wrote these words, spoke these words, no love but vanity.
Okay, this is spoken by the king. What will you say? What did he want to say?
it is not from love that I have written it from my. No, the language is wrong. As in, it is from a first perspective. If I was King Francis,
He meant that
yeah.
what did he understand? What did he understand from her behavior?
Then she was rather showing off than showing actually.
That she did not, this is not true love.
What did he want to say?
That's what I'm asking. What do you understand? Why did he say that?
He wanted to say that what the counselor did for him to prove his love was not love but his vanity.
Yeah. That means what? You need to explain it in one more line. You just said the same words again. So
The urge to set such a task, which involves,
proves that she was more in love with herself than what is counted not, and that is why she was. I've read the point. You elaborate, okay?
May I?
May you write it. May I write it on the board? Can you write it on the board? May you write it on the board?
Can का मतलब next को तक रुकना चाहिए.
Ma'am, what I asked is correct now. Can you write on the board?
It's will be. Now, if you say in the actual grammatical sense, can is about ability. So, like you have model auxiliaries. So,
Yeah,
can you?
Can you jump higher than 50 feet?
Ma'am, but this language is only written in paper, not.
Yeah. So, it is mostly will be. Will you write it on the board? Is a request.
ये ना पूछ रहा है तुम्हें पता ही नहीं अरे वो रिक्वेस्ट है वो we need to go to the washroom we will actually the washroom ओए I have a mention so
Dave Lord. What is his name?
Dave Lord.
D Lodge. Okay, you said that. May will you use Steven? Steven and मैं वो सोचती बैठ है ना तेरी बहन है ना तेरी बहन है ना बोल रहा हूँ मैं बोला था कि
But the poem is written in a couplet form. Can this be another meaning for the poem?
It's written in couplets, so
As in, all the lines are equal, 6 lines. The number of lines are equal. Can this be another meaning for the poem?
read the last line in that box.
Other poems to be written in here. Okay, my bad. But good.
Starts with this, just you add that so that she is admired by the crowd present.
She is, yeah, is admired or she would be admired?
She is admired by the crowd. She wanted everybody to admire her. Oh, what a great, how beautiful she is, that the man is ready to do anything for her. So, she is admired, or not she admired. Sorry, is it missing here? She is admired by the crowd. This poem did not come up this year.
I checked down this year. Yes. In boards they take the top 5 subjects, right? English is compulsory.
So since this is done and we have full half an hour, we'll do grammar.
Okay.
But we didn't have it very full now.
Why 5 minutes?
Now next poem.
Next poem.
Next chapter.
Chapter.
It's always good, if you do a chapter at a stretch.
Let's do language.
Yeah. So therefore, since we only have half an hour,
Can we not do any writing work?
what?
Can we not do any writing work?
Then what? Oral.
Yes,
Oral.
Yes. Ma'am, can you do a revision of tenses?
We
You
already
can
did.
ask us questions on tenses. Rather than studying a new chapter hastily. Hastily.
Yeah, hastily is not wrong. But
Hastily.
okay. So
With only half an hour left. Hastily with only half an hour.
let us finish writing.
In our textbook, so many extra poems and stories are given. There's a board like circulate and rotate them, and these 5 will come next year.
So just for your reading.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with active and passive?
Very.
Very?
I'm a stranger to
subject.
accent passive.
Subject verb agreement and active, passive, and direct, indirect. Very easy.
Ma'am, very easy.
All 3, like last year, I have only done these 3. That is. The phone is.
She, what was the last line?
Yeah.
It was more of her vanity and not true love, right?
Done now.
Done?
Yeah.
Some books there. Books.
I remember I
This is level classes. What?
See, last time we started with the tenses,
Yes,
okay? Because nothing works without tenses. You're comfortable with the tenses? Okay. Now pay attention. Okay?
Can we do the exercise for the mental?
Yeah, but then, as I said, we just have half an hour to do.
Ma'am, can we discuss the format of letter?
Active and passive. Okay. And we'll continue because it's a long.
So we'll do essays now. Take it over and after that.
Just say that we
All the essays.
The,
Can we do the format again?
you know what? You don't have a choice. Active, passive. I write one sentence. A simple one. Okay. The dog chased the ball. You know the subject. What is the subject? The one who does the action. What is an object? The ball. On whom the action is done. Or you ask a question to the verb. What is the verb here? Chased. You ask the question what? What was chased? The ball. The answer you get is the object. Active voice is where the subject is doing the action. Here the subject is dog. He's first and he's doing the action. He's first. The subject is first. Passive voice is where the object is first. Okay. So the dog chased the ball throughout the room. If I write that. Or throughout the garden. Still, subject is first, object is in. Now, how do we change this in passive voice? You take this object first. Again, how do we come to know the object? Always ask the question, what or who to the verb. If you get confused in identifying this object, if it is easy for you, good. Otherwise, what chased? The ball. So, the ball. How do I go later? The ball was chased. Now, why did you say was chased and not is chased?
Because chased was in past tense, so make it in past.
So, see, this is a basic mistake that most of the children do. They ignore the verb, the tense of the verb. It's very, very important that in passive voice, the sentence will begin with object, and in passive voice, the verb will have a helping verb. Okay? Always. How do you know the sentence is in passive voice or active voice? You see the verb. The verb always has helping verb. If the sentence is in present tense, if I say is chased by the dog, if I say
The phrase can come at the last throughout the garden.
yes, or the ball was chased throughout the garden by the dog, or by the dog throughout the garden. Both are accepted. Doesn't matter. Okay. But for our convenience or to make it easy, we usually push it in the end. Okay. But grammatically, both are right. The ball was chased throughout the garden by the yes. The girl writes the letter. The girl writes the letter. Okay.
The girl writes the letter. The letter is being written. The letter is being written by the girl.
The letter is written by the girl.
I'm asking him.
So that's all of the
Yeah. So the letter,
Right, says written to past tense.
the letter
Is written.
is written. Now, why is written?
because the tense
Present perfect.
Don't throw any words.
Rice. Present perfect.
No, rice is what? Simple
No,
present.
that is simple present, but it could become present perfect. I would say.
No.
Is written.
Is written?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is, see, if the sentence is in present tense, then you add, it is written as past participle. Remember we did a revision of past participles?
Yes.
You know what past participles are? What is the past participle of eat? That is past.
Eaten.
Eat. The third. Eat, ate, eaten. Past participle is eat. Swim. And past participle is swum. Yes. Swim, swam, swum. What more sentence?
Run.
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 Ran. The third form is past participle. Drink, drank, drunk. Talked, talked. Cut. Okay.
What?
Basically past participle. You have learned sleep, slept, had slept. Okay. Now here you use past participles. Okay. And if the sentence is in present tense, simple present, then you add. I'll give you the for this. The girl writes the letter. Simple present. The letter is written.
So this is in past perfect. So present perfect.
It's written.
No, Raja. Present perfect is has written.
Is written is which form?
Is written is the passive form. That is what I'm saying. Here you use the helping verb is and written is the past participle.
Okay. Which tense is this sentence?
The sentence is still in present tense,
Only present.
in passive voice.
Present but in past.
Understand?
Yeah.
Because there is. Kuch samjha? If it was the girl writes the letter, is written. If it was the girl
As written.
wrote the letter, फिर कैसे लिखोगे इसको? Was written. So the letter was written. Because wrote is past tense. Okay. Now the girl will write. Will be written. Okay. So the answer would be the letter will be
Don't
written.
we use would instead?
No, would is used only in indirect speech. Will changes to would. Okay.
Not in active past.
No. So this is about simple present, simple past, simple future. Okay. I think you should write this. The girl writes the letter. Active and passive voice. Right now the girl writes the letter. So rather than the dog chased, let's start with this. Simple present, you write add is. Simple past, you add helping verb was. And simple future, you add helping verb will be.
Okay.
Is or are depending on the
Subject. So number of subject.
no, not number of subjects. The objects actually. The girl writes the letter.
Oh, yeah, the object
Yeah.
is right.
So if the sentence was the girl writes the letters,
So it's
then it
are.
will become the letters are written. Okay. Good 15 minutes. Next. Done? Now, if the sentence is in continuous tense, then what do we do? If the sentence was the girl is writing a letter, what do we do then?
The letter is being written.
Being written. That's right. So, is written is same, but because there is ing, we add being in between. Okay? So, the letter
Is
is
in the middle.
being written by the girl. Okay. If the girl was writing, then was being written. If it is will be writing, then will be being written. So it will remain same, only being will be added in between. Okay? And if the sentence was in perfect tense, that is, the girl has written a letter. Then
The letter has been written by the girl.
yes, the letter
Has
Has
been written by the girl.
been written.
By the girl.
So we add been. If it is the perfect tense, present perfect, past perfect, the girl had written, then the letter had been written. Okay. So here we don't change the tense. We only add helping verb. Here there is no helping verb. So we add is, was in simple tense. Here we already have the helping verb in the sentence. So we add being. Here there is already helping verb in the sentence, has or had. So we add being. Now, if the sentence is in perfect continuous, this is a very rare one. Huh? This letter has been, the girl has been writing a letter. Then the letter has been being written. Okay? Written. Such sentences are extremely rarely asked, but you should know. So therefore, since has been is already there, we add being.
The
that is
letter has been being written by the girl.
yes, being that is added for the ing form. Okay?
It does not sound correct orally, but it is grammatically correct.
Yes, and it is not used very often, but you should
It is
know.
never used.
You should know in case such a question comes. Then the letter has been being written. So you know how to change the voice in every tense. Will you remember? Is the question.
Yes. This is all that is there now.
More or less, and then we have some more additions that we do as I give you the sentences. Okay? Do we have time?
No.
10 minutes.
Ma'am, it's
10 minutes.
9 minutes to be precise. otherwise. Just sit. You anyway have to wait for 9 minutes.
Yeah, but what let's take on the
Oh. I like that. So I'll wait, I'll stop here. You go through this once again. Tenses. I'll already ask you sentences in that case. Okay? But go through revise this. Because in my 18 years of experience, you make mistakes in the tenses when changing the active to passive. And then you also have to change from passive to active. Now you have to identify the sentence, whether it is in active voice or in passive voice, and then change it. So therefore, remember, the minute you have been or been in a sentence, it is in passive voice. Or the minute you have is written, was written, it is passive voice. You understand?
Can you repeat this? What you said?
See, you have to identify whether the sentence is in active voice or passive voice. कैसे identify करोगे? एक तो passive voice में by होगा. Okay, either there is by or many times there is no by. By is understood. If the sentence is the letter was written. If I give you a sentence, the letter was written. It is active or passive?
Was written.
Was written. Passive. Okay. So you need to understand whether the sentence is active voice or passive voice. Therefore, read these sentences. ये helping verb is, was. अगर वो was written है, see if it is he is writing. Is used in active voice. Is used only in continuous form.
Yeah. ING.
ING के साथ. Okay. अगर यहाँ पे ING नहीं है, past participle है, that means it is in passive voice. कुछ समझा?
Yes.
Is, was, will be is always in passive voice अगर वो ING form के साथ नहीं है. That is an easy way to identify. Or if there is by in the sentence, that means the sentence is in passive voice. So I'll ask you some sentences.
What are the sentences? The girl, being very intelligent, has solved the question.
Has solved the question. So has solved is a simple. It is what? The sentence is in present perfect tense.
The girl, being very intelligent.
So here being very intelligent is she is very intelligent.
Yeah.
So being very intelligent has solved all the questions. So has solved. Has solved is present perfect tense. So the passive voice would be the questions has been solved by the being होगा तो वो passive voice होगा. Passive voice में been आएगा. The questions have been solved by the girl. Being intelligent, the questions have been solved by the girl. That is passive voice. Yeah.
Hearing
What?
the answer.
That is in passive voice. No, so being intelligent, that is what your sentence was, right? The girl being intelligent has solved the question.
So being intelligent, the question has been
Question is
has been solved by the girl.
Being
intelligent.
intelligent
The question is not that.
Has solved.
has solved all the questions, right?
Right.
So, what is the object here? The question.
Right.
What
is
has
solved?
what has solved the question, right? Ideally, the question should come first, But यहाँ पे the sentence has two words. The girl being intelligent. So the girl being intelligent, all the questions have been solved by her. कहाँ गया? So it will be the girl.
The question. The question should come first.
All the questions have
The question.
been solved by the girl for being intelligent. No, the girl being
Forget the subject being first.
So it will be being intelligent.
Being intelligent. Being intelligent. The girl solved all the questions. Have been solved by the
The questions have been solved by the girl. This is what it is.
Okay.
Being intelligent, all the questions have been solved by the girl. इतना complicated तो board भी नहीं है.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. Interesting. Oh, back.
On the board paper.
This year's.
This is that they are such a stupid with this. This was so easy.
Only like this.
Only one single balance. Now if I have the paper, I will show you my lines and a stroke to rotate. It was very hard. Right? Also the same schools नहीं है ना. हमारे questions अलग है.
I get this paper. Keep this in your bag. Yeah. Get your Julius, if you finish this in one period, then you can continue with 2 days.